Hey guys, Peter Franson here from christiangeekcentral.com and Spirit Blade Productions. This is my uncut review of Black Knight, the series premiere on Netflix. The synopsis on IMDb reads, a legendary delivery driver, 5'8", with exceptional battle skills, and a refugee, Sawal, who dreams of following in his footsteps. And that's all we get. There wasn't really a description for the first episode either. That's the only one that I watched. So I would say, in a world where a comet hits the Earth, 1% of the population only survives. There are limited resources. There are, haves and have-nots. The have-nots attack delivery trucks, delivering necessities so that they can get those very much needed things. Mainly oxygen is what they need. Delivery men have to be expert combatants then to stop those attacks and safely and effectively get the goods where they need to go. 5'8" is a delivery man who is also helping the have-nots and is a hero to them. There's a subplot involving a teenager or a young adult who wants to be a delivery man, but is ill-equipped for it. The main story, in terms of where it seems to be heading, I'm guessing is about the plight of the impoverished, the have-nots, and 5'8's efforts to help them, despite an oppressive government or business that is the government, or I'm not exactly sure, but the haves, basically. So, I thought this was a movie. The trailer I saw that Netflix put out really didn't say anything about it being a series. You have to look in the notes. So I thought this was a movie, but it's a series, and I just ended up watching the first episode because I think I got plenty from that. There's some action, but it's not a continuous martial arts show, which I thought it might be based on the trailer. The tone is serious, but in a way that they're going for kind of cool, like instead of something like dreary in the score, or something heavier, more dramatic, it's going to be, and just giving off this cool vibe instead. And there are regular moments of humor that are accompanied by a subtly cartoonish style of music. So the tone really misses for me here. I don't feel like the have-nots are really that bad off because they don't go to heavy performance moments to show us how they're really suffering, and they also are injecting humor frequently. Music also, as I said, sets the mood a lot and contributes to the mood a lot in terms of not leaning into heaviness and drama, and then also really removing tension from situations and playing up the comedic moments. The premiere episode does end with a brutal and shocking moment, but I skipped ahead, looked at a few scenes to see what the ramifications of that would be in the next episode, and at least half of what happened is seemingly reversed in the second episode. I'm like, really? Come on. So it just looks like it's not going to have the heaviness that I really think is appropriate given the premise and the setting. As far as the cast goes, this is a Korean show. I have no idea who any of these actors are, and I often like watching unknowns, but the performances here felt pretty understated. I'm sure I'm missing some elements because, I'm not getting the sense of the nuances of their performance that are attached to the language they're speaking, because you can watch a dubbed version of it on Netflix, but I'm like, no. Subtitles with original language, please. So I'm missing some things about the performance. I'm mostly just going off of their facial expressions and a little bit of their inflection. So I'm probably missing some stuff, but there was still no dramatic heavy lifting going on here. So the tone and the performances just overall felt very lukewarm and uninteresting to me. As far as stunts and visuals are definitely not premium TV quality, and several establishing shots look painfully to my eye like CG landscapes to me, CG backgrounds and buildings and neighborhoods and stuff like that. The action choreography is also not a selling point. It uses lots of standard quick cuts in the action instead of an elaborately choreographed fight scene or anything else that's really very interesting or surprising. As far as themes, I'm always looking for anything that might stimulate some worthwhile thought or conversation in terms of moral, philosophical, spiritual issues. And class struggle stories are often overly simplistic in ways that kind of villainize every businessman and put the impoverished on a virtuous pedestal. And that can be tiresome, but I can still often feel for the plight of the impoverished, at least, even if they're presenting the situation in an overly simplistic way. I don't even feel that here because the performances and the overall tone lack dramatic weight, and the goofy humor is inserted too often to leave me feeling like there's a real injustice that needs to be addressed. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of having a good time. They can't be that bad off as I'm watching them, you know? So, anyway, I have no idea what your tastes are in TV shows, but I'm going to make this a quick one. I'd go back in time and say to myself, Spader, skip. You know, sometimes when there's nothing you want to watch in English, you can discover some real foreign gems. But Black Knight feels very different from the trailer, and you couldn't be less interested in what it actually is. This one's rated TVMA for smoking and violence, and those are all my thoughts for now on the series premiere of Black Knight on Netflix. As always, I'd love to get your thoughts and reactions in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell to stay connected. I want to thank the Spirit Blade Insiders for making this review possible. You can get info about the benefits of joining over at patreon.com/spiritbladeproductions. Then, as always, I hope you check out our podcast and stay connected to all CGC content over at christiangeekcentral.com as we continue to geek out and seek the truth. No!